Hey, what's cracking, everybody? On today's video, we're going to be setting up a OpenBox system and how to make a full OpenBox system work with Arch Linux. But before I do that, I want to go into a couple of updates for LinuxHub. And you can see from right here that this comment that I have, it says Network Manager on Live ISO not working. I had to enable it via CLI. So you can see right here, I boot up a fresh ISO. And you can see right here in the system tray, it appears that the network manager is not running. Now it looks that way, but it is actually running. As you can see here, I got a web page opened up. I actually have YouTube and I have a video right here opened up on it. So although it may appear that it's not working, it is actually working. Now, given that you have a special system with some type of special Wi-Fi card or something like that, now, being that if you have some type of special Wi-Fi card or something like that, you may have to do a special connection because it's a niche Wi-Fi card or something. Things like this happen, and there are videos that show how to make a connection in those situations. But in this situation, even though it appears that the network manager is not running, it is actually running. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post some of these links to show you how to connect via Wi-Fi network in the description of the video. So that way, just in case if you need to make one of these connections, you can do so. But you can see right here, it is running. It's all running. It's all running internet. Okay, and the second question right here is that installed Cinnamon and chose Yay, but it was not in the installed build. I had to manually install it via CLI. Tried both on VirtualBox and bare metal. Okay, now this was 100% broken. So what I've done is I've updated it. I've updated Pamac, Paru, and Yay. So they're all updated now to the latest version. So that's fixed now. So the new ISO I'm releasing is going to be 3.0.1. And it'll reflect these updates right here. So it should be up by the time you see this video. Okay, so now this video that I'm making right here is in regards to this comment right here. It says, you shave, different looking man. Well, it's back already. Can you do a video about OpenBox? Now, I have quite a few videos on OpenBox, but I figured, okay, I'll go ahead and do a fresh new video on it. So that's what we're going to do right now. As I've said before, people, leave me a comment. Let me know what it is you want me to take a look at, and I'll take a look at it. All right, so this gentleman right here wants to see a video about OpenBox. So that's what I'm going to do right here. So in this video, it's going to be about OpenBox, and it is going to be related to Arch Linux. Now, you could do the same with Debian, Ubuntu, but I'm going to do it with OpenBox. So let me head on over to a virtual machine and get that started. Okay, and here I am on a virtual machine. I have a fresh virtual machine opened up with Arch Linux. So we're going to run through the Archinstall method so we can get OpenBox set up. So the first thing you want to do is type in sudo arch install. If it'll let me type. All right, so we have Archinstall open up now. So now it's time to set our all of our options here. So Archinstall language is set to English. That's correct. I'll leave that alone. Locale is set to US. I'll leave that alone. But I will edit my mirrors. I'll set my mirror region to United States. All right, now my disk configuration, set that up. Now I'll use ext4. All right, I don't need disk encryption, so I'll just skip that. Okay, bootloader is already set to grub, so skip that. Unified kernel images. I don't even know what that is, so I'm just going to skip it. Host name, if you want to change this, you can. I'm not going to change it. Root password. Go ahead and give yourself a root password. Something strong and complicated, of course. Now you want to set up a user account. So I'll add a user. In this case, I'll call them LinuxHub. Give LinuxHub a strong and complicated password. And should LinuxHub be a super user? Of course. Now I can confirm and exit. Now profile, this is where you want to pay attention to what you're doing right here. This is where we're going to set up our desktop environment. So you select profile, you select type, and see right here, it says desktop, minimal, server, and Xorg. Now the way I'm doing it, I'm pretty sure someone will get in the comments and say that, oh, I could have chose minimal and then did the whole Xorg thing. But you can argue with a wall if you want to. That doesn't fly with me. This has been proven and the easiest way for me to do it, and this is why I do it this way. So I'll select desktop. Under desktop, I'll scroll straight to XFCE4, and I'll select that one. All right, and then you can check the settings, graphic driver, reader. It all looks good to me, so I'll click on back. Okay, so my profile is set up. I'm not going to touch anything else there. Now under audio, I want to select, you know what? I haven't used Pulse Audio in a while. I think by default it sets Pipewire. You know what? I have been using Pipewire lately, so I'm just going to stick with Pipewire. Kernels, I'm not going to touch. Network configuration, I'll set that to manual configuration or use network manager. That's the one I'm going to use. Now, the next step is where all the magic happens. Additional packages right here. So right here, I'm going to select it, and I'm going to start adding all my packages for the OpenBox desktop environment. All right, so now I got the program set up here, and you can see right here, they're all listed. So I got OpenBox, XComp Manager, LX Terminal, Pluma, OBConf, Nitrogen, GNOME Terminal, Firefox, Tend2, LX Appearance, Nemo, and Rofi. So you can pause the video here and write them all down if you need to. So I'm just going to continue. Under optional repositories, you can either select multi-lid and testing, or you cannot. You can leave them alone if you want to. It is completely up to you. Time zone, I always set it to Los Angeles. All right, and for right here, I just install. And that's it. Now we'll go through the installation. So while this is installing, it should take anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes. So I'll go ahead and pause the video. And when we come back, we'll be ready to reboot into OpenBox on Arch Linux. All right, installation is now completed. So it's asking me, do I want to chroot into the system? I do not, so I'll just click on enter. And this says installation completed without any errors. Log files temporarily available at user log Archinstall. You may reboot when ready. Okay, we're at the login screen. So I'm going to enter my complicated password. Okay, and as you can see right here, it looks like it's stalled right now and nothing's happening. But actually, OpenBox is now up and running. So I right click on the desktop, you can see I get my menu. Okay, so we are on OpenBox. Even though we installed the XFCE desktop environment, this is the easiest way to install OpenBox because it sets up right out of the box. As soon as you log in, you'll be on OpenBox. I'm pretty sure someone wants to say that you could do it by going the minimalist way, and I'm pretty sure you can. Go ahead and fight with it all you want. It's all on you. But for me, this is the easiest way to do it, so this is why I do it this way. I'm not saying my way is the right way. I'm just saying this is my way. If you want to see the way I'm doing it my way, this is the way I'm doing it my way. All right, so enough chit chatter. Let's open up a terminal. Let's see. So XFCE terminal is here. The only reason why I installed the GNOME terminal is because on the right-click menu, these are predefined right here. So you can't change these. You have to have one of these terminals installed. Obviously, since we installed the XFCE desktop, I'm assuming that terminal is here. So if you click on it, it is. But I installed the GNOME terminal just in case if it wasn't. So now we know that it is on here. We can go ahead and open it up. And I want to type screen tint 2. I might have to install screen, but let's. Yep, screen is not installed. So we'll sudo -S screen, and I'll do yay also. I mean, not yay. Oh man. Let me go ahead and shut that down. Okay, I meant to say yad. Okay, now if I just use the up arrow to screen tint 2, there you go. So now we have our, yeah, we can go ahead and close this and it won't close down the terminal. There you go. So now that that's up and running, let's set up our panel. So on the panel, on the launcher, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need the tint 2 settings. What I do need is a file manager. In my case, that's why I installed Nemo. And then terminal, I'm going to use LX terminal. And then right here, there's a button called panel items. So I'm going to click on that, select button, I'm going to move it over. And then from here, I'm going to move it all the way to the top. You don't see nothing happening down here yet because I haven't clicked on apply yet. So right here, the button I just added, I'm going to give some text. Menu. And then the left click command is going to be Rofi. I can't remember if it's D-run or D-menu. I think it's D-menu. If not, I'll change it to D-run. And then I wanted to show icons. But the text, you won't be able to see it because of the color. So right now we'll set to black. Let me set it to white. Now I'll click on apply. All right, so you can see right here. Okay, the following errors are rejected. Rofi. So mode D menu is not found. Okay. So now I know I need to change this to D-run. And if I click on it now, there you go. All right, so now we have a working menu. All righty, so I'm okay with that. I'm going to close that. There is no battery because it's not on the laptop. So now we have a working panel with the menu and everything, but we don't have a, the resolution is still all wrong, and we don't have a wallpaper or anything like that. And then there's another few knickknacks that we need to set up. So let's go ahead and go through them now. So first, I'm gonna install a pull kit. So sudo pacman -S, and I'm gonna use the Mate pull kit. And let me see, is there anything else I can install right now? I'll just leave it at that. Let's go ahead and install the pull kit. That way we can set up things using sudo. So now I'm gonna open up a file. Oh, before I even start that, let me install a render. Sudo pacman -S a render. This so I can fix the screen resolution. So now I'm going to go ahead and fix screen resolution. I'm going to type XR and R-S 1920 by 1080. There you go. Screen resolution is fixed. But it's not everything that I'm doing right now is not permanently fixed. It's all just for this session that I'm using right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it permanent. So let's show hidden files. Now I'm gonna go to etc. and XDG. And in here there's a folder called OpenBox. I'm just gonna copy it, go back to home, config, and I'm gonna paste it here. Now I'm going to open the OpenBox folder and go to Auto Starter. And I'm going to open this with Bluma. All right, so let me just make it bigger so we can read it more clearly. Okay, so then I'm going to open up a web browser. And right here, I'm going to select Arch Wiki OKit. Do a search for that. And right here where it says Mate Pocket, I'm just going to copy this line. And I'm going to paste this in my auto start. This is going to be the first one. My first command that I want to run as soon as I boot into the system. Then I give it an N. After each command, you have to N and N. And then after that, I want tint 2, which is my panel, to start up. Then add an N. Then after tint 2, actually before tint 2, I want my screen resolution to show up. Okay. So that's going to take care of my poll kit, my screen resolution, and my panel. Let's see, what else do we need? We want our wallpaper to show up. Nitrogen -- restore. That's because we're using nitrogen. Now, something also that you don't really see a lot is like, let's say, like a volume button or something like that. Like right here, you don't see it, so let's set up a volume button and also the internet call sign. So for the internet, it'll be NM hope I spelled that correctly. Could be wrong. And then volume icon for the volume. But there's a catch with the volume icon. Sometimes it lags, it does some weird things. So I have to make it sleep. Basically, I have to delay it from starting. I have to give it a quite slight delay. So I'm going to sleep, 2, and then I think I have to do the same thing with nitrogen, because something about when the system starts and then it goes into 1920 by 1080, it kind of tweaks the wallpaper. But we'll leave it like that right now and see what happens. All right. So that should be everything to have a full setup. So now let's go grab some, let's save this, close it. Now let's go grab some wallpapers. Let's do some 1080 wallpapers. So you just save some images wherever you want to save them. So right now we're in the downloads folder. We'll save them into, I'll just call it walls, just keep it simple. Save. Here's another nice image. I'll just save it. Just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. All right, so I have 3 images in that folder, so I'll go ahead and close this. Now I want to launch nitrogen. On nitrogen, I go to preferences, add, and right here where it says walls, I click on it, just click on select, click on OK, and there you go. My wallpapers open up here. So now I can just click on each one, actually double click, and it'll just show each one. And once you're satisfied with the one you want to use, you just click on apply. And that's it. Okay, so now I have to install volume icon. So sudo pacman as volume icon. I believe is it just volume icon or volume icon alpha? I think they differ between Debian and Arch. See what happens. Yeah, it's just volume icon right here. And might as well do Pavo control. So one thing I want to show you now. So now basically I got everything set up, but we're gonna have to reboot the system. So let's say like right here, if I click on open as root, nothing happens. So let's go ahead and reboot the system. Okay, log in. There you have it. You see, our wallpaper showed up. We got our we have our internet connection right here, and you can't see the volume, but it is right here. So what I'm going to do is right click it, select preferences, and on the status icon, I'm going to change that to white gnome. So now you can see it. So now everything, this is a fully functioning OpenBox desktop. From here, you can edit it to however you want. So you got a full menu right here that you can work with. You got your pinned applications. If you want to go to a different desktop, just use the scroll wheel. So this desktop 2, desktop 3, desktop 4, and so on and so forth. You got your time and date right here. You got your volume, and you got your internet connection. So it's a fully working desktop using Arch Linux. All right, you guys. if there's another video you want to see me make, please go ahead and let me know down in the video comments, and I'll do my best to try to make it happen. Remember, if you don't leave me no comments or tell me what you want to see, then I'll just do something random. And you know, I'd rather do something that someone asks to look at, because it's more of a communication thing with each other. That way we can get to things. And but let's open up DistroWatch. So right now on DistroWatch, we got quite a few. We got 40X, CentOS, Linux Mint, Red Hat, OpenMandriva, Alma Linux, Archman, WM Live, Manjaro, Pop OS. There's quite a few systems that have just released, you know, probably just little point upgrades or things like that. So if no one leaves me any comment, then for next week, I'll just pick one of these to take a look at. And also, don't forget that we also have LinuxHub right here on our waiting list. You see right here, LinuxHub Prime. So if you haven't voted for LinuxHub or recommended it yet, please do so. It'll help the distro get on land with the main distributions. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Just want to show you how to set up a OpenBox system as it was asked for by a user. So hey, I made it happen. All right, you guys, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, by all means, give it a thumbs down. And also, the update for LinuxHub Prime is now 3.0.1, and that should be available now. Download links are always in the video description. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for this one, and I'm out.